All right, so welcome to the Mobile CSP Hangout for April 20th, 2016. As usual, we'll start with some introductions. Well, I am Pauline, the Mobile CSP teaching consultant, and I am currently teaching Mobile CSP at Trinity College, and we are on Unit 7 for the internet. And the students are also starting their project, their final project. So Laura, you want to go next?
Sure. Laura Grover. I teach at Colby Cathedral High School in Bridgeport. I teach the mobile CSP class. We are, I guess, halfway through Unit 5. We're going to do search and sort tomorrow.
Whoa.
Yep, playing cards.
Yep. I got 5 decks of cards, I think, or 7 decks. So I have enough for everybody.
All right, sounds good.
Did you get them at the casino?
No, I scrounged them around my house. Last semester I forgot and I had 2 decks and I went searching through my school to find out who had decks of cards. And I found like 2 teachers that I was able to get a couple of decks from. So my 2 and then I think 2 more from them. And it was a little skimpy, but we got through it. So, and now I got 7 decks, so that should work.
Yep.
Sue, you want to go next?
Sure. Sue McManus, Westbrook High School. And my class is going to be doing behind, but we're on 6-8, I think, tomorrow, which is that the projects for the MoMash, the web, the tiny web. Yeah.
No, that's not that behind.
No? Okay.
No.
All right.
I'm Ralph Morelli, Trinity College, teaching the course at Trinity now, and we're in Unit 7, the last unit, but we only have 3 more days of class. Is that right, Pauline?
Wow.
Yeah.
Our final exam period is on May 4th. Then we're done. So.
Nice.
All right. So thank you, everyone. I posted the agenda link into the chat. So just some announcements. Exam 2 is still ready. Some you might be ready for that soon. If you are interested in doing that, just let me know. We did have a CSPA meeting last Monday. So that was at Make Hartford, and that was pretty cool. If you're on the CSPA mailing list, you should soon be getting the meeting minutes with the summaries of what we talked about. There were several of us there. It was nice. We also, one of the members is also a part of the 2015 cohort, so that was nice. So also we have the Mobile CSP Expo coming up. If you were planning to come, it's May 28th from 10 to 1. We're at campus 4 before. So students should submit their apps in pairs. So there's a submission form linked into the agenda. So if you were planning on having some groups come over to Trinity, make sure that they fill out the form. Laura said she wasn't going to be able to make it soon. Are you going to be sending anybody up? So are you still there?
I'm sorry, me?
Yep.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
For the expo, were you planning to send anybody up?
No, I don't think so. I don't have a bus. I don't have any money for a bus.
Okay. Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Just giving you some updates. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick? All right. Melissa,
Yeah.
you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, sure. It's Melissa. School name Simsbury High School, and I'm right in the middle between Unit 6 and Unit 7. So this week we are working on a creative project, just a little extra project that we're doing. We're going to take the test next Tuesday, and then we'll be moving on to Unit 7.
So the test is the College Board's test?
No, I haven't heard anything else from them yet, so I'm still waiting. They said that's going to be towards the end of May.
Oh, good. So you'll have covered.
Hopefully. Right. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So I'll see you tomorrow, Melissa.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. And the expo, I know you said there was testing during that period. Was there?
Yeah, we have SBAC testing that week, so we can't travel.
Okay. All right. The other thing was we're going to be doing some updates to the student information sheet. So I know Laura knows about this. I've been using hers as a sample. So you're going to end up seeing some changes coming to your information spreadsheet. That's a spreadsheet that has your students' names, emails, and Google URLs for their portfolios. So there's going to be some slight changes in there. So you'll see maybe like something like their study ID. You don't have to worry about that. That's just going to be their identifier. And I'll also be giving you an update. We're going to talk tomorrow, Larry, Ralph, and myself, about how they want me to help you guys get those updated so that way we have better collection of the data for us to summarize in the summer. So one of the major changes is probably going to be that instead of just saying that your students completed the exams or the projects, is to actually just put in the grade that they received for the exam or the project. So there's going to be grades listed in there for the students, and to also include the final course grade. So those are some slight changes that will be made, and Grace and I will be going back to help you guys fill those in if you've already passed that point. Like some of you have already done the Explore project. We'll go back. We have the rubrics. We'll help you fill those in. There may be some other changes coming, but those are the ones that I know of so far that will be. So just don't be alarmed if you see you go into the spreadsheet and you see it looks different. Just some things to help us keep track of the data a little bit better and make things a little bit easier on Larry. Does anybody else have any updates or announcements? No, I'll say no. April 25th is Saturday is a very, very busy weekend. The CSTA website has a lot of activities that are going on. I'm going to post the link in the chat in case you haven't been there. There are a lot of things going on this weekend, so if you do not already have something planned that's CS related, I hope that you will get involved in one or more of the activities that are going on. The one that I'm participating in is going to be Random Hacks with Finders Junior at Trinity. We have over 100 individuals that are going to be participating that day, whether it's as a actual participant in the event or volunteers and staff and mentors. There's over 100 people who will be there. So we're looking forward to it. We have some college mentors, some high school mentors. So it should be a good turnout. And there are other activities and events going on. There's a programming competition at Quinnipiac. Chinma also has the Technovation Regional Pitch Challenge that's going on. So if anybody had any girls that was doing the Technovation, or they had girls in their classes that were working on apps and missed the deadline for Technovation, you should talk to them about submitting for next year. So they need groups of 4 or teams of 4. So definitely think about having them submit their apps for next year. Yeah, I don't know. No more updates or announcements? Anything happening?
I just have a question about the chapter 5 and 6 test.
Sure.
Is that that's in the docs, right? You just created, have a chance to look at it yet, but is that in the shared documents?
Yep. So as part of the Mobile CSP Google group, you have access to the Mobile CSP assessments folder. It's
Okay.
in there under 2014-2015. Be careful, make sure you choose the correct year. And it's marked as exam 2. Again, if there's anybody watching the recording afterwards, exam 2 is not listed on the Mobile CSP website. It is another exam for those teachers who are doing a full year course that thought they needed another assessment to add in instead of just having the midterm and the final. So this is a completely different exam just on 5 and 6, and it's not mentioned in the course schedule.
Sue, I made a study guide, and I think I shared that with Pauline. Pauline, did you put a copy out?
I may not have. It may still be in my email. I can do that.
Yeah, I made a study guide that basically goes through all the topics and with the key points from those 2 units. So
Okay,
you're
great.
welcome to use it.
Thank you. I'll take a look at that. Because we've had April vacation, and I feel like we're a little bit, today was the day we were getting back on track, figuring out where we left off.
Right. Well, that's why I made the study guide, because we had break too. And I knew after the break, the kids kind of lose it. They need
Okay.
something to get themselves back on track. So
Yeah. All right, great. Thank you.
Ralph, do you have anything?
No, not really.
Okay.
We should mention these, well, it's only for Hartford students at the moment though, right?
Right. So mobile apps for Hartford. Hartford schools or residents. Try to be careful how I say this. Need a Hartford address. We've talked today about just having 5 boys and 5 girls this year, which is half of what we had last year. We had 20 students last year. So we're talking about possibly just having 10. I also gave Trish a call today, Ralph, and I'm waiting for her to return my phone call about asking about if we can cut it back down to 4 weeks instead of 6.
Yeah, the city is running out of money.
Yeah.
So things that get cut are summer jobs for students.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where it stands actually.
I do know that Rachel, who I will see on Thursday, was talking about, there's 2 of you in Southern Connecticut, was talking about she knew of some people that were interested, some agencies that were interested in doing something similar down in Southern Connecticut. So I'm not sure exactly if she was talking about just Milford or what, but I'll try to talk with her and see maybe we can get a program in Southern Connecticut and see what happens.
Okay. Well, that's all I have.
Okay. So the discussion for tonight was going to be the CSP materials. I think Laura and Melissa were here for the last hangout when we did that. I'm not sure if Sue was here. I don't think so. So we talked about the updated CSP materials, which are linked in. We went through those. For the performance task, the big highlight was that the performance task, we kind of gave our suggestions on what would be good as far as giving instruction to the students on how to complete the performance task. The updated materials actually have instruction for you. So they were pretty close to what you guys ended up doing. For example, for the Explore project, it says, try to make sure that there's only one topic being done per class. So if somebody picks GPS, try not to let somebody else pick GPS. And most of you did that before this was actually written. You actually decided to do that anyway. So that was really cool to see that you guys had kind of thought of that, and then they actually put it in writing. The other part of that CSP materials that was a good thing, if you didn't see the recording, was the reference sheet that goes with the AP exam. So just like when you take a math exam, they give you a reference sheet with formulas. there's going to be a reference sheet for the CSP exam. So that's linked into the agenda. Make sure that you take a look at that. Try to talk over that reference sheet with your students. And we are still considering, and this summer we'll probably do this, I think, Ralph, is to come up with that AP prep unit at the end of the course where we can put materials like this for students to prep for the exam. The latest one, which I don't think I got an email back from Chinma. Let me check before I mention this. Give me 1 minute here. Just checking my email. She wrote back. I don't think I have anything from her. Okay. So the other thing I linked in, which I may need to take out, I'm not sure, is the rubrics that Tuna was sent from the College Board. So the rubrics that go with the Create and the Explore. Those were sent out to the pilot instructors. So I'm just not sure if those are supposed to go out to everyone, so I just want to be careful about that. But there were rubrics there. And this also brings up, it might be a good time for Melissa, if you want to talk about this, is we asked you to review ours versus the old rubrics and see if they kind of matched up a bit, I believe. I put at the bottom of the agenda, if you have the agenda open, I copied your email into the bottom of the agenda. So that's where we're getting this from, is Melissa's notes and thoughts about comparing that. So if you kind of just want to summarize for us, that would be great. But this was before we had seen these new rubrics that were just released.
So, Melissa, are you using these?
Those rubrics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did use them, but I had actually modified them slightly before. You mean the AP rubric or
the AP ones?
No, Pauline had just asked me to take a look at it. What I did is compared it with the rubrics that we were using in the course.
Oh.
Just to see, and
I mean, as a pilot instructor, you're not going to be using these?
Well, I'm not a pilot instructor.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, you're just taking the exam. Right?
I'm just taking the exam, so.
Okay, yeah.
But one thing that I noticed, I had read in the cover for these rubrics that it said you can share them with the students, but you should not let them see the point values. But you can let them see some of the verbiage. And I thought that they were a little bit more, they gave a little bit more detail than what we were giving in our instructions for, especially for the Explore. When my students had trouble with the whole idea of the population and how did it affect the population, and they actually say in the rubric, how does it affect them economically, socially, culturally. So they give them a little bit more of a prompt there to respond to, I felt like, in the rubric than what we had in our task. So I think that to me that was significant to note. I think that any more detail we can give the kids, the more detail we can give them, the better they can do at putting together some sort of report or project. So,
well, I think our plan is we're just going to use their rubric.
Right. That's what I think we should do.
Right. So at the end of this year, we'll just switch over to this.
Right.
Then we don't have any. I mean, I think we weren't too far off the mark, at least.
No, I think we were good. I think that and that's what I felt like is, I think this is more specific than what we were, which I think is good. I think it'd be worse if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
And we had to back off. I think for us to have more detail is better. And I think it'll be easier for us to adjust.
Yeah.
So no, I think that it's good. There was the one thing that I wasn't sure about is in the Explorer, they're talking about an explanation of algorithms and abstractions in the Explorer project.
Uh-huh.
I didn't think we had anything like that, and I know my students didn't have anything. I don't think we had anything like that in our rubric. So it'll be interesting to see if that's in the newest rubrics.
Well, we could take a quick look. under Explore.
So to me, that was the biggest difference that I saw in our rubric. And I mean, we definitely talk about in the creative project, we talk about algorithms and abstractions, but
yeah, the Explore rubric, if you click on it in Pauline's link there, it's pretty short. It's only
yeah.
2 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see any mention in here of algorithms.
In ours or in the AP one?
In there,
On the Explore?
yeah.
Are you looking under aspect?
Yeah.
That first column, third section down, written report, explanation of algorithms and abstractions.
Where? Third section down in number written responses? Where is it, Melissa?
Explore, the first column is aspect.
Yeah.
The first section is digital artifacts. Second one is written report. Third section on what I have is written report, explanation of algorithms and abstractions.
But are you looking at the brand new one?
Yeah, I'm looking at the brand new one.
Yeah, that's why I think Melissa went through the old one.
Okay.
So this is a different setup than
Okay.
the old one. So Melissa, the new ones are linked into the agenda.
Uh-huh.
Under rubrics. So they're done by, it says it separates it into written response, artifacts, and written support for artifacts, so 3 parts. And then it separates it by learning objectives and how well they meet those learning objectives. So
Okay.
Different than the original setup. Like this one is geared toward showing that they are being assessed on the learning objective itself, not on a topic in words, right?
Okay. Yeah, and when I went through this, I didn't have the new, because I actually looked at the rubric early this morning, and I don't think that was on here when I looked at it this morning.
So there is a section in here on written responses about how the innovation consumes, produces, or transforms data.
But if you search for algorithm in the new one, it doesn't even come up.
Right.
Let me type
Which I think is appropriate because you don't necessarily know the algorithm for different kinds
That's
of...
what I thought. That's why I was on the old one. That's why I was a little concerned about that.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it looks like they fixed it.
Yeah, the new one doesn't have the word algorithm or abstraction in it. I just put it up.
Okay. Well, that's good because I felt that was. I wasn't quite sure where to go with that, so that's good.
Well, these look reasonable, and we can just adopt them if they get approved. So
yeah.
But it does say that there's going to be new ones, like updated ones, given out at the CSPA meeting in Texas. Which we'll be at, right? Or is that a different one?
no, it's the same one.
Same one.
You notice that they have collaborative video in the create rubric. So that they have to produce a video of their project.
Yeah,
which we're trying this semester. Pauline and I just tried it on our last assignment, and it went pretty well.
I think they had the video on the last one.
Did they?
Yeah. Right, Melissa?
Yes, it did have the video, well, that was the other thing too, because we had not, my students haven't done anything with video yet.
Right.
As far as either of these projects, so.
We did video. We didn't teach them anything about video. We just said, we assume you know how to make videos. You could make one just by holding your phone in your hand and videoing your thing if you want to go that low grade, but we had some pretty nice ones too.
Right,
We had some like that.
Yeah.
But we had some that used some kind of editing tool like iMovie or something to put together different clips. And some of them were hilarious.
Hi, Aaron.
Hi guys, I'm sorry I'm late.
Okay.
I got stuck at the gym and someone talked to me to join a Zumba class, and I tried a Zumba thing and now I'm back and I apologize. So, but welcome everybody, how are you?
Good, and you?
I could be better. My computer went for a major operation this entire week. It's been going crazy and I had to restart it, and thank God for Time Machine. I've backed up. I must have restored my entire computer 8 to 10 times and debugging the heck out of it and trying to figure out what's going on with it. So I think I figured it out though. I think. I don't know. But
Good thing you use Time Machine.
yeah, thank God. I got 3 backups going on now. But other than that, app design's going well. I'm in Unit 7 now. 7.4 is where I'm at with my students. I think it's cloud computing or about the internet or something like that. I forget what it is. We just started it today. I can't even remember. And the other thing I have a quick question on, in data tables, Fusion tables, when it's running and it's updating, or how do I say, when you say like access to Fusion table, you know, on the app itself, App Inventor, it shows like a little pop-up that says like getting Fusion tables or downloading Fusion tables or something, that little screen.
Uh-huh.
I think what is going on is when that accesses the Fusion table, it updates the Fusion table priority list if you're messing with it in App Inventor. So if you change the order of something in App Inventor from like 1, 2, 3, or 4, it will auto update when it downloads in Fusion tables automatically, which is quite interesting. I don't know I know it sounds kind of like strange and whatever for everybody, but I noticed that as it's downloading on the phone itself, on the phone or on the tablet, it'll auto update on the Fusion table the order of what it's grabbing from, which is interesting. It takes about 15 seconds for it to do that or to take place, but I've noticed it rearrange it automatically. However, I did it in Fusion table in App Inventor.
Is that right? That doesn't sound like it should happen that way.
I didn't think so either. I thought Fusion tables shouldn't reorder their tables. You know what I mean? Their rows, but it does.
If you're
For whatever
reading,
reason, it starts to reorder our rows, and I'm like, what in the world? So maybe there's something wrong with my code, but I'll have to talk with Rachel about it. I mean, but so far so good. Fusion tables are starting to be our savior if we get this last little piece figured out. I'm trying to get images fixed to be downloaded from to pull images down. That's all. And we'll have a
did
brand new.
anyone get a chance in this group to check out the videos that Jim posted?
I watched all of them. They're great.
Are they good? I hadn't get
I wouldn't say, you know, they're a great intro to Fusion tables. They're very good, very basic. I think he needs to redo them in high definition though, because or you know, in something of a higher quality, because the quality that he put is at the lowest. So you can't see any of the. I mean, you can't really see the text too much. It's kind of blurry. You know what I mean? And in about 6 months' time, it's going to be obsolete as far as the image quality or something like that with the new technology and screens and stuff. So if and when my computer is running, maybe I can help contribute to that as well and get that ball rolling. So that's where I'm at the moment. Everybody doing good?
Yep, we're all in units 6 and 7.
Okay. Pauline, do I need anything from you as far as updates, quizzes, surveys, doodads, anything?
There was an exam for after units 5 and 6. You did that one, right?
The what?
The exam for 5 and 6.
5 and 6. I think we took that. Yeah, I think so. I think we took that one.
Mm-hmm. Just let me know when everybody's done so I can have Mary run the scoring for you.
Okay.
And the other thing would be, are you planning on coming up with any of your students for the expo?
That's going to be a negative.
Okay.
At least for me right now, for this year. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
Are you guys still doing that during the summertime, the Hartford thing? You remember like what you did last year? If I have any students who are interested to maybe, or is that only exclusive to the Hartford group now, right?
Right now it's Hartford students from like Hartford schools and Hartford residents.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was one of those. I wasn't sure what was going on with that.
Yeah.
How about, and I guess that's really about it. As far as summer things, that's pretty much not happening, I guess, right now. I guess that's kind of where we're at right now. I mean, what I should do is start to make my own videos of mobile CSP stuff, if that's okay, and maybe help contribute. I don't know if that if that helps anybody out.
Yeah, that'd help.
You know, and do it my own, Ralph, you've done a great job. God bless your heart for making these videos, but, maybe if I can say, hey, I'm Aaron and this is the way I do it, or I don't know if there's two different versions, if that helps anybody. I don't know.
Whatever you're comfortable with, I would say.
Okay.
So we have about 4 minutes left until the recording ends, and that's because we started a little bit late because we were waiting for people to join in. So I think just because we're cutting it so close to the actual 8:30 mark, I think this will be it instead of us doing a part 2 like we usually do.
Yep.
So
Okay.
4 minutes until we get cut off.
All right. I think we're in good shape, actually.
Yeah.
So are you guys all high school teachers as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There's
Yes.
2014.
I just had my review. I just had my review and my last review for the year, and you came into my app design class, which was interesting, and it was just on a Friday before break, and on the last part of the day, which was not so hot for me,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. What's life like before you get tenure or whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm going through the roller coaster ride of hell.
Well, it's pretty brave of you to be doing this pre-tenure, I have to say. You're much more adventurous than college professors.
Yeah.
They would never step out of their comfort zone before.
Yeah.
You can hardly get them to make a peep.
Well, maybe if there's a
Hats off to
position,
you.
something opening or whatever, we'll see.
Is this your tenure review?
No, it's not. I have 2 more years to go. Since I wasn't tenured at my last school, I have to start all over at my new school, so I have to do 4 years. This is going to be the end of my second.
But Laura and Melissa and Susan, you guys are all tenured or
Yeah.
equivalent of?
No. I don't
No?
know if we have tenure in the Catholic school.
Yeah. Perhaps not, yeah.
And I was told it was going away, but everyone's telling me like, oh, you got to get it, da, 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 da. But I'm like, I don't know. Just go with the flow, I guess. That's all I can do.
Oh.
Yep, just do your best.
I'm trying. I'm trying my best. It's just you caught me on the I don't know, the wrong day or whatever. Just before, after lunch on a Friday, and it's just on a beautiful spring day when everyone wants to go to break and everyone's like, I'm not listening to Zarnecki today. I'm going to be doing something else. And I'm like, wonderful.
I think they know too. They know that the kids aren't focused.
I know.
But it makes me look like I'm a bad teacher, so I just I feel terrible about it. And I know this is recording, but I'm sorry. I'm trying my best, I swear I am.
Your family, your mom and dad, and brothers and sisters, and mobile CSP colleagues all still love you. So that.
You can have our jobs when we retire.
All right. Well, I'm going to sign off since we're
All right.
almost done. Yeah, Pauline?
Yep, sounds good. Everybody
Sounds good.
Okay, cheers, everybody. Have a great night.
Okay,
guys.
bye-bye.
Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.